Hello and welcome to Gentle Chair Yoga and the Chakra Yoga Series. This is the Gentle Chair Yoga version of another class that I've done, a full 1 hour class for all levels. So over the next 8 weeks, we're going to be focusing on the chakras and balancing the chakras. Now, your first question might be, what are chakras? Chakras are energy centers in the body, and we have 7 major chakras, lots of smaller minor chakras, but 7 major chakras that run the full length of the spine. Now, in yoga, we talk about the central channel of the body, the central energy channel of the body called Sushumna. And the upward rising energy from the root of the Sushumna, the root chakra, is Shakti energy. Now, to harness the Shakti energy, it will ground you in the earth. You will feel rooted, you will feel steady. If there is an imbalance here in the root chakra, you might feel unsettled. You might feel scattered, unable to maintain your train of thought. If you have excessive energy in the root chakra, you may feel heavy or lethargic. So the key here is to balance the energy in the root chakra. There are several ways to do that. Today we're focusing on specific exercises that will help ground you and open up the root chakra, and in Sanskrit that is called Muladhara, root support. Now, to give you an idea of the energy that flows through the chakras, we're going to open up the minor chakras in the palms of the hands. So visualize once again, kind of reconcile the idea of meridians, lines in your body along which energy travels, right? We need energy to move. We need, you think about your breath flowing in, the energy from your food reaching out to your cells. How does it get there? Along energy lines. So if you think of the palm of your hand, and simplistically here, think about one energy line going out from the center of your palm to the very tip of your finger, for each finger and your thumbs. So all of those lines converge in the center of your palm, and then of course the energy travels up and down your arm as it comes back to the center of the body, down to the root chakra to be replaced, or sent back out. So here we go. We're going to open and close the palms alternatively, which also opens and closes the chakras, the minor chakras in the palms of the hands. So one hand turns down, one hand up. And this is part of our warm-up that we often do. Just open and close the hands, but try to open them and close them as fast as you can. One palm up, one palm down. Think about using all the knuckles, bending at all the joints in the hands, and do it as fast as you can, as I mentioned, until your arms feel tired. Until you think you can't do it anymore. It doesn't take long, trust me. Now switch the other way. So the other hand up, the other hand down. Keep going, fast as you can. Oh, and then when you don't think you could possibly do it anymore, pause. Turn your palms inward. Bring your hands about shoulder width apart, 10, 12 inches or so, and just feel the sensation in the palms. And as you slowly bring your hands a little closer together, you might feel a little resistance of energy there. And that's because the minor chakras in the palm of each hand are open and spinning like crazy. You've harnessed the energy there. So imagine if you had that sensation of feeling alive throughout your whole body. So one by one, over the next few weeks, we're going to work with the chakras. Today's chakra is Muladhara, the root chakra. It's at the base of your spine, the very tip of your tailbone. The color associated with the root chakra is red. The element, as I mentioned, is earth. It connects you to earth. When the chakra is in balance, you feel grounded, you feel steady, you feel graceful in your movements. Really aware of your body, completely in control. All your needs are met. You've got shelter over your head, food in your belly, a loving, caring home. So, let's get started. Sit comfortably on your chair. I encourage you to take your socks off today, if you're in the habit of wearing socks, and really let the soles of your feet rest on the floor. I want you to feel the support below your feet. Now let your hands rest on your thighs, palms turned down. Again, getting that sensation of groundedness, feeling steady, supported, safe. And go ahead and close your eyes. Now lean into the back of the chair. Feel the whole back of your body also supported. So not just the seat of the chair underneath your thighs and your hips, but the back of the chair as well. And really soften into it. With your exhalation, just sink into the chair. Take a moment here just to relax the legs. Let the legs and feet feel really heavy. And use the weight of the lower body to anchor you to the chair, to the earth. And just gently reach up through the crown of the head. Again, use the weight of the lower body to help create a little more length through the upper body. Really lengthen through the vertebrae. Be aware of the full length and potential of your spine. Your hands slide off your thighs. Bring your arms to your sides. And as you take a breath in, just sweep your arms up. Bring your hands together. Feel palm pressing against palm. And then slowly letting the hands float down. Stay connected to the back of the chair. Feel the support there. And just let the hands float down. Again, another breath in. Try to lengthen from your hips to your fingertips as you reach up and the hands come together. Exhale, palm to palm. Keep the shoulders supported by the back of the chair. Try not to slump forward. Stay long and tall through the upper body. Let's do 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Release your hands. Let your hands rest on your thighs. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and open them. Now sit tall. Pull your shoulders away from the back of the chair. Lengthen through the upper body. Feel like you're sitting taller. It takes a little bit of exertion here. Now at the same time, push down with the soles of the feet. Anchor the heels down. So the moment you start to lift up through the upper body, and lengthen through the spine, the heels start to slightly lift off the floor. So reconnect the heels to the earth and wiggle your toes. This will take a fair amount of concentration. You might even find yourself grabbing hold right at the core, engaging the Muladhara, the root support, right, to hold you steady. Just keep wiggling your toes as best you can. Now, keeping one foot on the floor, rotate through the ankle of the other foot and go the other way. So sometimes we do this with 2 feet at the same time. Today, it's really important to stay grounded. So 1 foot at a time. Now switch. Rotating through the ankle. Yes, we're still warming up all the joints, bringing movement to all the joints in the body. Rotate the other way. That is not changing. What better way to move stagnant energy, to bring movement to every part of your body? Feet flat on the floor, still sitting tall, shoulders and back, the back of your rib cage away from the support of the chair. Working through this root support. All right, now inhale, sit the arms up. And as you exhale, just let your arms sweep out. Rest with your wrists in line with the shoulders. Now pull your fingers up towards the ceiling. Push the heel of the hand away. Now drop the hands down. Fingers pointing down towards the floor. Push the front of the wrist away. Anchor the feet. Not easy. Fingers point up to the ceiling. Deep bend in the wrist. Push with the heel of the hand. And then fingers point down. Just enough energy in the hands. Your fingers are spread wide and the palms are open. And release the arms. Now rotate through the wrists. Both at the same time. Go the other way. And just swing the arms, a little bit of a bend in the elbow and some gentle movement into the shoulders. Add a little bit of a gentle twist as you turn to look from side to side, as you naturally do when your arms swing. Back to center, hands on your thighs. Reground your feet. They might have floated off the floor, disconnected to the earth as you were twisting there. So sitting tall. Keep your shoulders square over top of your hips. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just turn your head to look to the right. Keep the left shoulder anchored in place over top of the left hip. Head comes back to center. Sitting tall, a breath out, turn to look to the left, anchor your right shoulder in place. So not rotating through the rib cage, only at the neck. Come back to center. Sit tall, remain tall. Take a breath. And as you exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest. Just slowly, rather than letting your head fall, stay tall, bending just at the neck rather than rounding through between the shoulders, the thoracic spine. Just working with the neck here. We'll warm up the rest of the spine in a moment, don't worry. And come back up tall. Here we go. All right. So let's come to standing. We're still warming up. We're still going to work all the joints. Don't worry about that. I haven't forgotten about the knees and the hips. Don't you worry. All right. So turn the tall part of your chair towards you, the back of the chair towards you. Stand in such a way that you can use the back of the chair for support. Feet hip distance apart. Now look down at your feet. Notice if your toes are pointing out or pointing in. Really set your feet intentionally so that there's no turn in or turn out of your toes. Your feet feel like they're parallel, and when you look down, they look parallel. Now find something to hold your gaze, just to focus on right in front of you. That will help steady you. Now pausing here. Lift your toes and spread them wide. Keep the toes lifted. Now bring your mental focus, your mental awareness to the soles of your feet. Feel for the ball of the big toe on both feet, the inner heel on both feet, the ball of the baby toe on both feet, and the outer heel of both feet. So a square or rectangle is the steadiest shape. Think of the shape of your feet, the soles of your feet, as rectangles that are really solid and firmly planted on the earth. Now release your toes. Just let your toes rest on the mat. Now put a little bit of softness in the back of your knees. So your knees should be, the back of your legs should be about 90% straight. One little softness there. Careful not to lock the knee, because if we lock the knee, that'll inhibit the energy from flowing up the legs and into Muladhara, root support, root chakra, right at the base of the tailbone. Now using your chair for support here. As you inhale, bend your knees and kind of sit back. Feel your chest coming forwards towards the back of the chair. And as you exhale, push into the floor and lift yourself back up to your start position. Inhale, bending the knees. Leaning in towards the chair. Exhale, lifting tall. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bending the knees, sitting back, using the chair for support, and pressing up. A little softness in the back of the knees. Careful not to lock the knees and pull all the way up straight. Now let go of the chair. Place your hands beside you, palms turned down. A little bit of a bend in the elbows, elbows pointing behind you, fingers pointing forwards. Same movement now. Now if you feel unsteady here, don't go as deep. Hold up your gaze on your focal point in front of you. That will help steady you. Now think of all the energy you felt in the palms of your hands. Kind of connect to that memory from the very beginning when we opened the chakra wheels in the hands. Inhale, bend the knees. Remember, you don't need to go in as deep. And as you exhale, push up. Soles of the feet have chakras, palms of the hands have chakras. Inhale, bending and pressing up. You can feel the movement through the knees, the softness in the hips. Breath in. Feel the weight in the soles of the feet and how solid you feel. Let's do one more. Squatting down with the breath in and standing tall with the breath out. Now roll the shoulders back and turn the palms forward. So thumbs pointing out now. Just be open, standing in mountain pose. Put a little bend in the knees. And as you push your feet down into the mat, think about pushing outwards as well. Really feel the outer hips now engaging and the strength there. With the outward push, the Muladhara opens. You can feel the strength in the outer hips, but the softness deep in the belly. Keep the feet pressing down and out. And release. Just soften through the legs. Stay tall. Stay steady. Whew. Reach for the back of the chair and come a little closer now. So I want you to place your left foot out to the left. Just land on the ball of your big toe. Feel your weight on your right leg. You want your right shoulder over top of your right hip. So you're not leaning over to the right. You're still steady. Your shoulders are square. There's no tilt through the rib cage and shoulders. Now push down with the ball of the left big toe. Really actively push. Push down with the sole of the right foot. Feel your whole body adjust with the strength when it's equal on both sides. Keep that. Now let go of the chair with your right hand. Reach your right hand out to the right, just slightly down. Hold on to the chair with the left hand. We're not lifting the left foot, not yet. I just want you to feel steady here, feel centered, even though the left foot is out to the left. Breathe. And release. Left foot comes back to center. Shift your weight for a moment. Take a breath. And now right foot goes out to the right. Land on the ball of your right big toe. Right hand stays on the chair. Left hand reaches out to the left. Push down with the ball of the right big toe, just the ball of the toe. The heel is away from the mat. You want the longest line you can have in your right leg. The longest energy line from the ball of the big toe all the way to the Muladhara. So the left foot, left leg also pushes down. Both legs equally strong, equally active. I'll take one more breath here. And release. All right, let's come to sitting. Sit at the front of your chair, the front of the seat of the chair, sitting tall. Anchor your hands on the back of your thighs. Now as you inhale, lift yourself really tall, really lengthen through the spinal column, the Sushumna, the major energy pathway in the body. As you exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest, round through the spine, really pull your belly button in as close as you can. Squeeze all the breath out. As you inhale, lift yourself tall. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Leaning back into the chair. Belly button pulling in as much as possible. Try to get your belly button to touch your tailbone. Another breath in. And a breath out. A breath in. And a breath out. Sitting tall. Adjust your grip now. Hold on to the seat of the chair. Getting ready to work with some energy with the legs here. Press down with the sole of the left foot. Really ground and anchor, connect to the earth via the sole of the left foot. Sitting tall. There's that focal point in front of you. Keep your gaze there. Now spread your toes on your right foot and just lengthen the right leg. Push with the heel. Keep some softness in the back of your right knee. And rather than pushing the heel completely out, think about pulling your toes towards your shin. I mean, your toes are not going to touch your shin. But really activate the energy in the right leg. Breathe. And release. Other leg now. Right foot pushes down. Connect to the earth via the sole of the right foot. Feel the support there. Keep the right leg active. Spread your toes on your left foot and then just lengthen the left leg as your foot floats away from the floor, away from the earth. Toes curling towards your shin, a little bit of softness in the back of the knee to keep the energy flowing. No locking. And how do you know the energy is flowing? You've still got your breath flowing. It's funny how that works. Stay tall. Use the support of your hands and arms to support the upper body. Hands to your knees. Take a breath in, lift and lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, fold over your thighs. Think about pointing the crown of your head, the very top of your head, to the wall in front of you where you were just gazing, rather than softening the neck and letting the head dangle. Keep the vertebrae, the spine, in alignment. Wherever you are in your forward fold. And press up. Let's come back to standing. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see. So you keep the back of the chair towards you. I am going to stand here so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So standing on the right side to the back of your chair. Both hands on the seat, on the back of the chair for support. Feet are hip distance apart. Press down with the soles of the feet. Really strong through the legs. Now shift your weight slightly into your left leg. Keep your left shoulder over top of your left hip. Try not to lean overly to the left. Now push down with the left hip and let the right hip lift just slightly. And as the right hip lifts, you'll feel your right heel pull away from the earth. Keep the ball of the big toe, the right big toe, pressing into the floor, the mat. Now engage both legs. Feel both legs, both feet pushing, energized. Right arm reaches out to the right and just float right foot off the mat. You can even lift your right foot out to the right if you choose. If you feel steady, you can go ahead and let go with your left hand. If you're close enough to the chair, you might feel the chair rubbing against the front of your thighs or the front of your hips. That can be assurance of balance as well. That could sometimes be just enough touch to hold you steady. And release. Working with the other side now. So you can be standing to the back of your chair or to the side of your chair, whichever is more comfortable for you. Working on the right side this time. Soles of the feet press into the floor. Right foot pushes down into the mat. Shift your weight into your right leg just slightly. Right shoulder stays over top of your right hip. Now right hip pushes down, left hip lifts. Left heel pulls away from the mat just ever so slightly. Keep the ball of the left big toe connected to the earth for now. Spread your toes on your left foot. Now reach down through the ball of the left big toe, reach down through the sole of the right foot. Left hand out to the left, and when you're ready, left foot floats out to the left. If you feel steady, you can go ahead and let go with your right hand. Both hands out to the side, both palms open. Just let the energy flow. Breathe. Keep both legs energized and activated. And if you lose your balance, don't worry, just try again. We'll take one more breath here. One more kick at the can if it needs to be. And release. Coming back to center. Let's come back to sitting. Sit at the front of your chair. Bring your right foot out to the right, knee bent. Left leg forward. Rest on the back of your left heel. Now take a breath in, sweep left arm up, and as you exhale, just bow towards your left leg. Keep a little bend in the back of your knee. And kind of push into your right hand, right thigh to deepen your forward fold. Stay soft in the back of the left knee.
Feel grounded through the sole of the right foot and the back of the left heel. The palms of the hands. And press up.
Switching sides. Left knee bends out to the left. Right leg long, rest on the back of your heel. A little bit of softness in the back of the right leg. Left hand on your thigh for support on your knee. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. And as you exhale, bow towards your right leg. Right hand coming to your right leg for support. You want to feel grounded through the palms of the hands as well as the feet. Now push into your left leg to keep the left leg out, opening up through the root support. Stay as long as you can through the spine, from your tailbone, reaching out through the crown of your head. Try not to collapse onto your thigh, but think of bending at the hip rather than rounding through the shoulders. And press up. Feet hip distance apart, still sitting towards the front of your chair, the front of the seat. Right hand to the seat of the chair. Left hand to your side. Inhale, sweep, left arm up. And as you exhale, anchor your left hip as you lean to the left, reaching up for the corner where the wall meets the ceiling. Sorry, lean to the right. The goal here is to feel a long stretch from your hip to the fingertips on your left hand. Use the support of your right arm to keep the right side as long as possible, rather than collapsing through the right side. Breathe. And bring yourself back to center with your breath in. Left hand comes to the seat of the chair for support. With your breath in, right arm sweeps up this time. And with the breath out, leaning over to the left. Right hand reaching for the corner up at the ceiling on the left side. Right hip staying heavy to facilitate the long stretch from your right hip to the fingertips on your right hand. Inhale, bring yourself back to center. Relax the arms and just roll out through the shoulders. And change direction. And then sit back comfortably in the chair. And go ahead and close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, bring your gaze downward. Feel the whole sole of each foot connected to the earth. Spread your fingers and plant your palms on your thighs. Connect to the warmth, the energy, the vibration of the Muladhara, root support, root chakra. Now, if your eyes are open, I encourage you to close them just for a breath or two here and focus on the color red. This is the color associated with Muladhara. It is the color of the lowest vibration. We all know that all the colors of light blended together create white light. And light travels in waves. The slowest wave is the color red. This is what connects you to Muladhara and the frequency of its vibration. Just focus on the color red for a few breaths. And then release your hands. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Bring your hands together overhead, palm to palm. Feel the energy there. And as you exhale, hands floating down, and let your hands rest right in front of heart center. Take a moment to be grateful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be loved. And may all beings be at peace. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.